speak it. The only moment for you were. Say whatever. Both of them, actually.
It's understandable. I really don't know what to say, to tell you the truth. There's nothing I can really say to make anything better. What I can say is I'm sorry. What happened that night should never have happened.
You're right, you shouldn't have. Do you know what you took from me?
I can never understand how you feel. But I'm sorry. Things that night were not supposed to go that way. There's a lot of things that went wrong. You know, I had a misperception. You know, I was wrong. What I thought I perceived was not what was going on. And the thing that really bothers me about the whole situation, Metro really never took full responsibility.
Nobody took responsibility. They blamed my husband. They said it was his fault. How was it his fault?
I don't know.
They said, you said it was his fault. That he shouldn't have been over there selling drugs.
I didn't say anything about him selling drugs.
My husband weighed 127 pounds. He couldn't walk. He couldn't do anything by himself.
I didn't know any of that.
I don't see how you could. It was in the report. Everything was there.
One misperception that people have, and this is what makes it hard. When we pull up on a call like that, I mean,
He was sitting in his car.
we can run the plate and we can get his information, but reports don't pull up. The only thing that pulls up is what someone's been arrested for, who the car is registered to. I mean, and a lot of people think that all we have to do is walk up and knock on a window, but we don't know how nice he is. We don't know if he's just having a medical episode.
Yeah, he was.
We don't know if he's a nice guy. We don't know if he's a bad guy. I mean, there's so many unknown factors that it's just hard to calculate. You know, we put faith in our chain of command, like our lieutenants and our sergeants, to make the right decisions. And that night, that's not what happened. Along with this radio system that the
I don't care
department.
about the no. See, that's a cop out right there. You know, stop blaming the radio station or the radios, whatever it was, because you know what? The radio didn't shoot my husband. The radio did not take him from me.
I blame myself for the misperception.
You guys took from my granddaughter. She couldn't even see her grandpa when she came out here. You know how she got to meet him? She went to his gravesite. You think that's fair to her?
No, it's not.
She loved her grandpa. And she'll never get to see him. My life is so fucked up because of you guys. I don't have trust in nobody anymore.
I'm the same way.
I don't like me because of you guys. I don't like who I am. I don't like looking over my back. I don't like thinking somebody's gonna come up and hurt me now. Do you think I like living like this? No, I don't. I was never like this. Until you guys did what you did. You know? And this thing, why did you have to use your own gun? Why did you have to use... Why did it take you to have to use your own personal assault rifle on you? Why did you choose to do that?
when it comes to certain tactics, I mean, this ain't gonna make anything better. Any question you ask, I can answer it for you, but I don't really know if any of this is gonna make it any better. Because I mean,
being with you, sit here talking to you is going to make it any better. I don't know. I don't know. There's something that I have to do to make myself right, to try to get through this.
well, I don't think I'm ever gonna get through it. I haven't slept since it happened. I still see it every day. You know, you talk about looking over your back. I got metro up my ass every time.
Dude, they
I turn
put me
around.
24/7. I get death threats still. So I don't want to hear, yeah, I still get death threats from your people.
That's messed up.
Call my house. You know, I'm a 90-pound person. I'm sitting by myself. And they're going to call and threaten me? What the hell can I do?
They're not my people anymore. Every time I turn around, they're pressing charges against me for stuff too. Every time something happens, they're knocking on my door asking me questions. I'm not even there. You know, with what you said, it's kind of.
Well, like I said, I can say what I want. It's my right. You guys took from me. I didn't take nothing from you. I did not take not one thing from you.
No, you didn't.
You know, you took from me. The only person that ever cared I was alive. He was the only person that ever cared. I'm angry and I'm mad. I don't know what to do about it.
It's just, I know when I talked to you, you're very sorry about this. You've had many sleepless nights because of that. Could you express that, maybe?
Like I was saying, this ain't. You know, you probably don't want to hear it.
If I didn't want to hear what you had to say, I would not agree to any of this. I have been wanting to meet with you. I wrote you a letter over a year ago.
I never got
But
that
no,
letter.
I never gave it to anybody. I haven't said he's still at my house. Because I don't know if it would do any good. Every time before I saw your face, I always saw this monster. Somebody would mention your name, the first thing I would see was this evil entity. I don't know if this is going to help me, heal me. I don't know if it's going to make it worse. I don't know.
Since that night, there's not one night that goes by or one day that goes by I don't think about this. You know, what could I have done different? Not showed up to the call, ignored the call. You know, stayed away from the plan, stayed on the outer perimeter, not gotten involved. You know, that night when that happened, as soon as it happened, and they told me, hey, there's no gun in the car, my heart dropped. Honestly, until I found out what really happened, I thought he was shooting at us from inside the car.
How could he be shooting inside the car? There's two statements that you had given. You said at one time you saw his hands on top of the steering wheel. He was just sitting there. He was just sitting there. And then another statement, you said, well, he was just, I couldn't see through the windshield. Why would you do that?
Well, step by step, I'll tell you about those statements. From the get-go, this is what I saw. I saw him sit up because they started PAing the system. The lieutenant called the plan off. I think that plan probably would have saved his life, and this would have never happened. The lieutenant called the plan off. And then while I went to a different position, they started to PA the car to try to get him to come out of the car again. He sat up, put on his jacket, turned the car on, had both hands on the steering wheel, put the car in reverse and stomped on the gas. When the car started spinning tires, debris started flying everywhere, smoke was everywhere, and I was moving out of the way of debris because I kept getting pelted. So I did not have a direct line of sight on him at that time. I had peripheral vision of where the silhouette still was, but I didn't have my eyes locked on him like I did before. Couldn't see through the tent at that point with all the smoke. The light from the helicopter started moving around, and then I heard the gunshot and I saw that rear window blew out.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
And the way Metro trains its officers, and I had to do a lot of, I second guess myself a lot, still to this day. But the way they train you, it was a trained response. And Metro still says, no, we don't train our people like that, and that's bullshit. They don't want to take responsibility for the way they train people. I don't have any military experience. I was never in the military. Everything I learned from Metro.
Well, one of the statements, they said she claimed to be from the Marines.
Well, someone Gillespie lied to the news and said that I was in the former Navy.
I know Gillespie's a liar. I already know this.
Yeah, I've never been in the armed forces. My brother was in the Navy. My dad is a fully retired, disabled vet from Vietnam, Marine. I was never in the military. Everything they trained me to do.
But you still answer, why did you have to use your own AR-15?
When it comes to your weapons,
no, your own personal weapon. Why did you use your police standard gun? Why did you have to go to the trunk of your car and get your own personal AR-15 out? The AR-15 that belongs to you personally. Why did you have to choose to do that?
Well, because
My husband didn't deserve that.
the original plan called for a stack, and what you do usually when they train, when Metro trains, they train that when you do a stack, the first guy in the stack is one with the best body armor, and you want to have you basically want to one up. If someone's got a hand, if you think someone might have a gun in the car, you want to go one further. And the rifle, to tell you the truth, is one of the weapons on the department that you can control better. The ammunition that they use is a lot softer, and it travels a lot less further than my 40 caliber Glock would have.
And
then
you
when-
should have used that instead, probably wouldn't even have hit.
When I redeployed on the other side, especially when it comes to a car, I mean, you try to use the tools they train you to use. I mean, I could have had a department rifle, but I actually was fortunate enough to have the money to buy my own rifle that I
And you
could.
chose to use that, your own personal rifle, on a human being. On a human being that did deserve that.
I never planned on using it on human beings that night.
Real quick, guys. Sorry, I gotta switch magazine real quick.